grassroots problem here is the lack of information, clearly. Sex education is lacking in Sri Lanka, and it shows.
To eradicate this problem, gender equality must be inculcated among children from a very young age.
The future of the world belongs to the youth of the world. And it is from the youth and not from the old that the fire of life will warm and enlighten the world. As it was said by Tom Mann, we, the youth, is the hope of the future, and the fate of the future solely depends on our actions, choices, and our behavior.
How can we tackle violence? We can start with awareness campaigns, so taken on a national level and also taken in Sri Lanka's districts. Because the more people we get involved, the more incidents that we can prevent from happening.
Since a viable mechanism does exist, I feel that schools should in fact be sanctioned to give their staff training maybe every 6 months on how to identify and deal with children going through abuse. In fact, any professionals that work closely with children need to be educated on this so that they know what to do and when to do it.
The first is that children are like wet cement. Once they grow older, they harden and thus can never be changed again. Whatever falls on them makes an impression. And so in the essential part of life that they're changing, they deserve the best, and they should be given the ultimate best.
I personally learned to be careful on the internet from my mom and my dad telling me, Puta, there's a lot of creeps on the internet. So I believe that the fundamental responsibility is either the teachers or parents, or someone who can directly link to children.
Why parents shouldn't ban these technologies. These technologies is necessary for the youth of Sri Lanka to win tomorrow's world. However, parents must explore these new technologies alongside the children, agree on boundaries, and monitor their presence.
Ladies and gentlemen, by a clear majority, the topic addressing violence, abuse, and exploitation and neglect experiences by children and young people is passed.
And whilst there are 600 of you here in this room, tent, there are over 3.2 million young people in this country, and you're a key part of over 340 million adolescents or young people in South Asia. Today, I've listened to many of you talking about the challenges facing you and your peers from your personal perspective. I encourage you to carry on this discussion and engage not only your peers, but people like me with the grey hairs, to challenge yourselves and others to find the solutions to the problems that you are facing, to ensure that the decision makers hear your voice and act in the best interests of young people.
We got a lot of closure on a lot of things. It was extremely knowledgeable, informative, and as we left the hall, we felt that about things that we already knew, we understood it way better, and we now can hopefully make a difference in our little own way.